Welcome to the Action Sturge. We're going to be playing some Dungeon World today, and coming up on our arc here, and I'll have everybody go around, introduce themselves and their character, and we'll start with the Plaster Dragon.
Hey, Plastered Dragon here, aka Brian. I am playing Tyrion, the zealot cleric of Janrik. Is he a messiah? Is he a maniac? Well, we're getting real close to that breaking point to find out. He's picked up some phenomenal cosmic power. Does not have the itty bitty living space, so watch out.
Fork Puff.
Hi everybody, I'm Fork Puff. I also go by Maddie. I am playing Harrison. He is a resident human, and he plays a nasty loot solo.
Terry.
I am Terry. I am playing Aziz, the halfling druid. Carefree halfling out to save the world, as only he can.
Yeah,
Carefree.
he is so self-sacrificing.
Mm-hmm.
Real stand-up kind of guy.
So, really? We're going to go there? Is that what we're going to do this poor guy?
And Eddie.
Hi, I'm Mordcake or Eddie, playing Harold the Barbarian, and he's getting real sick of these party crashers. Like, honestly, we just wanted to have one good time, could not have it.
Time to kick their asses.
Yeah, it does seem like every celebration gets interrupted by something.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, it's because these guys know that we're distracted when we're celebrating, or at least they think we are.
Can't stay off their nefarious deeds for one night.
Right?
To have a relaxing party. No.
We're just trying to get Harrison laid here.
And so...
That was pre-Gaspard, Natalie.
And so, so you guys are. So last time, yeah, your party got crashed. You finally got rid of an old enemy. Stefan, you teleported him away to Cobalt Island, and found out some information about kind of what's going on the other side of the conflict here with Gaspard, Gaspard and Vlad, and you guys saved Natalie last time, and I think that's all of note that happened, right?
Yeah, and we made the new deal with Gaspard, where we're gonna not stand in the way while he lets Vlad get taken out, and then Tum Tum's gonna get taken out, and what's his butt, Stefan is taken out, which means he wants to just split the place two ways between us now, and
Yeah.
Didn't we talk to Dormir?
Yeah, Dwemir was his
Mediary.
his emissary, whatever,
yeah.
lackey, side chick.
Side piece.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Definitely
Bottom
not.
bitch.
Right-wing man.
And so, and the date of the ritual grows ever closer. We're probably a couple days away at this point, and anyone who is inclined to look up at the stars will notice that some of them are growing brighter, and heavenly bodies have started to appear in the skies.
Like, what kind of heavenly bodies?
Like planets and stuff like that, like clear, bright stars that are closer than closer.
Stuff we don't normally see.
Yeah, stuff we don't normally see.
You say heavenly bodies?
Done in booty.
And
what kind of shape are these bodies in?
Well, the the ringed planet has some very
Those are curves if I ever saw them. Ooga.
Very robust moons. And a very voluptuous
I see.
cycle.
All right, let's settle down. Let's settle down. I'm trying to keep my heart rate down here.
And so, yeah. So where do we? I think this is probably close to the evening. We'll say like maybe 3 days before the ritual is supposed to happen. The probably coming close on evening. And where do we find each of you in Happy Tree? We start with Tyrion.
I think after that incident, and because Tyrion realizes that he couldn't bring himself to kill Stefan, and Harrison did the better thing of banishing him, but he just decided he's going to go off and pray and meditate a little bit on this, because I mean it's the end of a fairly long road between the two of them, and they were brothers at one point, and he just never could save him. So that probably bugs him a little bit.
And where did you say you were?
I'm sure there's like a shrine or someplace at Happy Tree where I can just go.
Absolutely.
Deities don't care. If you're praying to them, it's not like, oh, this isn't consecrated to me, get the fuck out,
Yeah.
And Happy Tree seems more chill.
Yeah, and the city actually tends that shrine. She has taken over for the previous person who was doing that, who unfortunately died.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pop in and see her then.
Okay. And then Harrison, where will you be?
I imagine there's like this really nice like cobblestone court kind of area, kind of a little overgrown with vines and roots from the tree, a happy tree and stuff. There's a pretty like fountain in the middle, and it's like the stars and their heavenly bodies are just in the sky, and I am probably playing my lute and just strumming thoughtfully. Oh, maybe even Natalie's there. Maybe I convinced her, like, now that she can, like, hear, like, I'm always, like, playing for her. She's requesting for me to, like, play her songs.
Okay, I like that. What about Harold?
I think Harold has put up stockades, honestly, for the soldiers that were about to desert us and to follow Stefan, and has left them in there for the people to shame them, because that's what they deserve.
Okay. And Aziz.
I am working with the elves that tend to Happy Tree and spreading the word about the need to spread his acorns everywhere, and making sure I get a handful for myself.
Handful of that acorn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then basically just speaking with Happy Tree, enjoying a sunrise with him high in the treetops.
Very nice. Okay. So, let's see.
Oh, you said it was evening. Enjoying a sunset.
Yeah. So I think so Tyrion, while you were deep in reflection, Lucidia will approach you and rest a hand on your shoulder, and she'll say, "Are you conflicted in defeating Stefan?"
No, I'm not. Merely saddened. He needed to go. He was given too many chances, and perhaps that's my fault.
And she nods and she says, she says, I know that I speak for Eldath in this world, but people like him didn't deserve the many chances you gave him.
Thank you. I sometimes wonder, did I set on this path, or was this path set on me? It's not so easy to see anymore in the rear view.
And she says, your faith has always been strong, Tyrion. But I think you might lean on it too much sometimes.
Mayhap. He has guided me through every step, and I know not how to look elsewhere. But we are running out of time for, I suppose, introspection, but perhaps not all the way at the end of the road yet, yes?
And she nods and she says, and only our gods know where these roads do lead.
Yes, and we must trust in them that they are guiding us to the right place.
And she'll be contemplative for a moment, and she says, you know, perhaps Stefan served his purpose.
Perhaps. No, we just have to make sure that what damage he's done can still be repaired. I know that Harold is angry, and rightfully so. The ways of his people are very different than the ways of ours, and
She nods and she says, it saddens me to see him like this, to see
yes,
him so vengeful with so much. And she says, I wouldn't call it vengeance, and I wouldn't call it hate, but his ways are different than our own.
his rage is freer, but purer. There's no dissembling in his rage.
I would just as soon see him free those men from the
As would I.
stockades. Suffering should not beget more suffering.
Again, we agree. Maybe you will have some luck talking with him. He listens to me some, he listens to you some. But mostly he listens to his heart.
And she says, his heart and your faith. So I don't know if the gods will know what to do with you.
Well, we're going to find out, and hopefully we'll all agree, because I think that if we had to choose between Harold and the gods, I don't know which side I would put my money on. Not that I have any, but
And she will leave you to your prayers, and she'll actually leave the shrine, I think, walking out into the twilight. Now, Harrison, let's sort of zoom in on you. You are playing a song for Natalie in one of the many beautiful courtyards that have been almost naturally formed by the tree. What is your song about?
My song used to be. I used to have my song that was my shtick, which was the Jezebel Blues, and now they are the Natalie Neutrals.
I'm sorry. This is Harrison, the Great Bard. That's the best name that you can come up with?
No, I'm
Get off your
kidding.
game, buddy.
No, that's
Natalie.
no. This one is something. It's a piece I'm working on still. Hopefully, it'll be finished after the ritual, so I can perform it to the world. It's about a beautiful young woman who was trapped in a dragon's lair and a dragon's den. And she was fighting very desperately hard to get out. And through the power of love, she was able to free herself. Independent.
Ooh.
Natalie says, Harrison, your music is beautiful. It is ethereal. It is almost otherworldly. She says, but your poetry sometimes.
What? I mean, that's basically what happened, isn't it?
And she says, no, I love your music. She says,
I'm gonna pout, like, and puff out my teeth.
She says, I can't believe that I get to hear it, and now I feel like I fully know you, now that I've heard your music.
You get to live life again, Natalie. You know, I feel like not being able to hear affects your other senses as well. You really don't see things for what they are. You don't even taste things for what they are.
She says, I saw plenty when I was afflicted.
But now look at what you can see. Look at the heavenly bodies before us.
She says, you're right, this is a chance for a new life. And I want to spend that new life with you, Harrison.
Oh my god, is she on one knee? Me too, Natalie, and I'll grab her hands, like, excitedly and, like, pull her up for a kiss.
Yeah, and you guys can, as we see, like, one of the heavenly bodies sort of, like, shift through the sky a little bit, you can see you guys, like, in the background of you guys sharing a passionate kiss. And something will stir in the bushes.
I'm gonna, like, I'm like ignoring it. I'm in the zone, and I'm like, the stars have aligned for this moment, Natalie.
I think before anything, standing was also one. Like, come on, we did it. We did it. Come on.
Oh, we did it, boys.
We did
it. But mission
Golf
accomplished.
claps all around. I thought it was Harold just standing there, just clapping.
Harold stands up in the bushes.
Yeah.
How did you get here from the stockade?
Teary-eyed and everything.
Maybe it's
my boy.
To himself, we did it, boys.
Your friends are strange.
I know.
Well endowed, but strange.
But what's in the bushes?
No. That's what you want to hear from your date.
Yes.
What's in the bushes?
No, your friends are well endowed, but strange.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
How do you know?
I just assumed Harold was naked.
Wait, is
Hiding
it
in the-
actually Harold?
hiding in the bushes. So no, it's not. Actually, who stumbles out into the courtyard, in a few dissonant tones, is Clive.
God damn it! I thought Rook was taking care of him.
Clive has returned. The miraculous return of Clive.
All right, Clive. She's off limits. I'm gonna look kind of guarded.
Oh no, you couldn't possibly think I would make that mistake again.
I would hope not, but betrayal seems to be of the hour in this little town.
I thought we buried that hatchet, although I understand. I was wondering if I could have a moment alone with you, Harrison.
Harrison's like, is he, like, internal monologue, like, is he gonna confess? Is this the night that this happens? What's going on? Is Nana gonna show up and confess? Fala? What do I do then? Yeah, sure.
Everybody else in the camp professes their love for Harrison tonight.
He's like so egotistical right now. Yeah, I'll look to Natalie and just a moment, my dear. We can continue our date after this conversation, and I'll give like a coy little smirk.
She'll give you a smile back, and then she will disappear down the path.
Yes, Clive.
It won't take too much time, but I know that, well, things are getting dicey, and I don't know if I'll have another chance.
Hmm?
I know that we had our words about you-know-who and what was done in the past.
But you just said we buried that hatchet.
We did, but I want to gift something to you.
Okay.
And he begins to play you a song.
Oh, fuck.
It's one of your own. No.
Oh, great!
You just changed the words.
Changed one word.
Read the room, dude.
It's a remix, Harrison.
It's a
Come on.
Remix.
I'm hurting.
It's set in Nightcore.
Oh God.
Oh no, he's it's an original piece, which he's been writing lately, and he but it's a song. It doesn't. There's no words. It's just the instrument, and but its tones are haunting, but uplifting, and he plays for a few minutes, and with your senses being so well endowed with magic and knowledge of magic, you can tell that he has enchanted this tune.
With what?
And even after it stops playing, you can still hear you can still hear the faint whisper of it in the air. It seems to surround you like an aura.
That was a lovely song. I couldn't help but notice the magic you've attached to it.
And I think you have your magic thing, right?
Yes, it is my like knowledge or something.
Yeah.
Specifically moves. Bardic lore. When you first encounter an creature, location, item covered by your bardic lore, you can ask the GM any one question about it, and you have to answer truthfully.
All right. What's your question?
What the fuck was that? And was it good or bad? I don't want to find out. This is how he like teleports me to Tom Tom and gets me killed.
No, this is a really old kind of like folksy magic called a serenade, and it can only be played by with genuine emotion. It can only be performed with genuine emotion, and it acts. The effects can sort of vary, but they usually include like protection of some sort, or good luck, or just general sort of well-being, sort of a blessing.
Oh, okay, yeah, so like a bardic blessing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I will reach out to give him a handshake.
And he says, "Oh, Harrison," and he's going to bat your hand aside and fling himself upon you with a big hug.
Yeah, I was gonna hug him too. So I return the hug, and I'll give him like a strong herald pat on the back.
He dies.
Oh, great. Thanks for the blessing. Bye. No.
Cheers, friend.
Yeah, and I'll pull away and I'll look at him sternly and I'll go, "You're going to have to protect Happy Tree while I'm gone. I know it's a heavy burden to carry by yourself. I've been doing it for quite a long time. So, all by myself."
Oh, don't worry. I've been working with Rook on hardening the perimeter.
And mastering evasiveness, I assume.
Yes, yes.
I haven't seen you all like the past month.
We've been leaping into lots of danger
Oh, I see.
without a plan.
Oh.
He's taught me quite a few things.
About not planning.
That's good to hear, Clive. But I'm serious when I say guard this place with your life. These people here, you, Nana, Fala, her husband Malfolio, Natalie, the half giant, everybody here. They mean a lot to me. I can't afford to lose anybody else. It'll be the end of me.
Of course.
The foreshadowing.
Of course. And, wherever you're going, do try to come back in one piece.
Have I ever come back in more than one piece?
And, he says, like, honestly thinking about it, like,
Clive, it was a hypothetical. Okay. Now, if you don't mind, I have to continue a lovely date with a lovely lady.
Yep. And then let's zoom in on Harold real quick. Harold, you are standing in front of the stocks. There are the soldiers are sort of are clamped in there, and a crowd has gathered to engage in the light humiliation that they should face. And so people are sort of gathered around and jeering them and booing them. And let's see, Dugan the dwarf. He's there, and he's just sort of at the front, man. He is just like reveling in this. He's like going by and like farting in their faces and stuff, and like like it's pretty. He's drunk and just having a really good time of it, whipping the crowd into a frenzy. What are you doing?
I am just idly standing by for maybe half an hour or so, and when everything has sort of died down, so I'm not trying to prolong this. I release them from their own stockades, and I put myself in one.
They seem confused.
I look at them and I say, "It pained me to do that to you, because your decisions were in one way based upon us not being completely trustworthy. You must have had some kind of distrust or been disappointed in our actions or whatnot. So have it out."
The one steps forward and he says, with all due respect, I think the problem was that we trusted too much in the wrong person. Enough to betray our people. We deserve this more than you, sir.
Then you shouldn't have done what you did. If there was nothing wrong on our side, and they shouldn't have happened. There must have been some anger or pain or something that drove you to that decision. In any case, we failed you.
Well, I think, it's Stefan always had an answer. It's not the case with you. your companions. You do things in secret. People just have to trust that you're doing enough. Like I said, Stefan always had an answer. It seemed true at the time.
The rest of you feel the same way?
They are hesitant, but they nod. Yes.
I'm in the stocks.
Yeah.
I'm here to be. I'm here to. I'm here to take whatever you feel that you need to take up.
One of them says, "Unless those stocks are made of dragon bones, I'm not getting 6 feet near him."
I'll have Harrison turn me into a cute bunny rabbit if we don't start doing anything.
So the one that spoke first, he steps up and he says, "Well, all right then, I'll give it my all." And he rears back his hand to or fist to punch you square on the face, and he's going to come at full force. And just before he hits you, he's going to miss. Damn.
I close my eyes. Where's the connection?
Damn. Man, my arms are tired after being in the stocks. Maybe we could pick this up another day, sir.
I laugh a little bit to myself. Anyone else feel like their arms are tired?
Yeah, now they're all like rubbing their arms, like, oh man, oh god. I could use a salt bath.
We'll pick this up when the world's not in danger then.
And they will come and free you from the stocks.
I promise you that if we have answers, we will provide them. But I can't promise we'll always have an answer. We don't always know what we're doing, but we're trying.
Well, I'm sure that bard will sing about it sooner or later.
I think he'll be thinking of other things on his mind until after a long time.
And as they sort of say their goodbyes, they'll start traveling down the path into town, and someone will step out of the darkness. I don't know. You probably might have noticed her earlier. She wasn't like trying to hide or anything, but she was definitely standing aloof. After she had wandered out of the shrine, after her conversation with Tyrion, she had made her way down to the plaza, and Lucidia approaches you. She says, "Well, that was quite ballsy of you."
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, the only reason they didn't punch you is because they probably thought they would break their hands.
They could have still casted words.
And she says, Eldath teaches us that mercy is the highest virtue.
I suppose it is.
And she says, and I'm surprised at your mercy and your compassion. She says, especially with these traitors that would follow Stefan and betray the city.
In my home country, you follow your lord's words, their orders, their actions. If they are wise, kind to their people, do the right thing. If they do not, and they betray you, they don't follow or listen, that cuts deeper than any wound I've ever taken. I want them to feel the same pain. This, of course, is not exactly the same, but it is one way of, well, giving back the shame I felt, at least, when I saw these men at the riverbank. I wanted to know what led them to betray me, and the others, every one of us. But I can't say I'm not without fault either.
Humility as well. You do continue to surprise Harold.
Yeah, well, don't get used to it. Nice, like, big dumb smile.
And she says, when this is over, you're going to return to your homeland.
I have to. Yeah.
Are there any shrines like we have here in your homeland?
Not exactly like yours, but they are marvelous.
She
They
says,
are they are as beautiful as nature itself.
I would like to see them. Make my own judgments about these shrines.
Well, I'd love to show you.
And then she will lean in for an embrace.
I raise her back.
And then let's zoom in on Aziz.
Well, after the sun set, I am probably just wandering around Happy Tree, just greeting and talking to people. Yeah, nothing really specific at this point in time. Just enjoying the company of the citizens.
Okay.
I will definitely want to have a word with the lion and the turtle.
Yeah.
Thank them for all their help.
Yeah, and they what did you say? The lion was like a real prankster, like.
And that guy put itching powder in my robes.
And I think the the turtle and the lion, when you talk to them, Aziz, the lion will behave a little bit, and long enough to sit down and have a somewhat serious talk. The turtle will bring up the question of, or the topic of the ritual, and now that you know the ritual and you know what it costs, are you still okay with that?
Yes. I feel the things I've seen since I was a child and the appreciation of nature and the journey that I took to get here was preparing me for this.
And the turtle says, well, and you know, you never really leave this land.
I had a suspicion of that. I don't feel this will be the end for me, just yet another change.
It is these changes we must embrace, for the world is change.
Indeed.
And he says, that is the true evil of creatures like the Lich, the unnatural menaces that follow in its dream, things that try to cling too long and become blights upon the land, things that do not embrace change.
Very true. Very true.
And then the lion, while he's saying that, the lion has tied your shoelaces together.
Didn't even know I had shoelaces, but somehow they've been installed and tied together. That is the true magic. How this giant lion does these great feats of dexterity.
And then the turtle cracks up too. He was in it all the whole time. But yeah, and then the acorns. People are so I think throughout this whole like everybody's little scene. I think like we see people with acorns like like people are like wearing them around their neck or playing with them or they're just around. Like people just have acorns now.
Yeah, for some unspoken reason, they're just these are important. You must have them. Carry them with you. Spread them around.
They've become unanimous.
Yep.
And then that is when the city gates will fly open. Harold, you're probably right there in the midst of that. And a single bloodied figure will stumble into the town square.
I rush towards it.
It's Duncan.
Oh no.
He's been injured very badly. He's holding his side, and you can see that even in the dim light of the torches that light up the street here, you can see that he is his armor is soaked with blood.
I scream out, "Little Lysithia! Now, here!"
She rushes over and she begins just rote mending, just her rote healing spells. She tries to stop the bleeding. She's saying her prayers, and while she's doing that, Duncan, spitting up blood, says, "They got Hera. They got them all. They got everybody."
Come on, Duncan, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
The orcs.
I like.
The orcs got him. We've been tracking them for days. They've been hanging on the outskirts of the perimeter, and fuck, we thought we could take them.
It'll be okay. We'll send out everyone as soon as we get you into the hospital bed.
He says, "No, you gotta go now. They took them. They didn't kill him. They took him."
I just yell as loudly as I possibly can. No words, just screaming.
Okay.
Try and get everyone's attention.
Yeah, I think everybody in their individual scenes will probably hear that that cry and know that cry. People will start to gather, sort of come out of their little tree huts and stuff like that, and to view what's going on in the town square.
Yeah, my scene is like I'm like getting ready to crawl into bed with Natalie. I'm like, you see my little butt cheeks and stuff. I'm like, all right, lady, are you ready to? God damn it! It's an important cry, Natalie. It's my friend. He's in danger.
At the end of my meditation, can I have tried that thing that we talked about in pre-show for my entrance here?
Oh, which thing?
The undo that we think will have the smaller repercussions.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. Let's cast a spell.
Yeah, let's go ahead and cast it.
Hold on, I can help.
Unfortunately, you're not there.
I'm halfway dressed and coming down the street.
You're not there.
I'm coming.
You're not
and
there.
Not in the way I was hoping. So.
Yeah, this would have been done during his introspection without you. So, all right. So we're gonna say that it was successful, but I can't cast it again until I have communed again.
Okay.
because
And
the do-over is because I got an 8, and the do-over is a big it's a big powerful thing. But that
No, it's
that
cool.
what's that?
It's cool. Use it as many times as you freaking want.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But,
I promise you, Brian, you're not gonna break the game.
Yeah, we
oh,
would.
no, I'm not worried about breaking the game. I'm worried about breaking the character.
Oh,
He's
fair
like
enough. Yeah.
he's still toying with this ridiculous cosmic power that he's been given, and trying to wrap his mind around why and how far he can go with it without just like completely unmaking the world.
And I imagine every cautionary tale you've ever been told about like pride
Oh yeah, and it's like,
and heresy is like
and it's so
Careful
not
what you
who he
wish
is.
for.
It's like, he's like, I could make Tum Tum never have been born. I could just do that, but what is, that it's so far reaching. What will the world when my spell is over look like? And so it's like, how much foresight do I need to have? And so he's trying this small thing, and I think Janrik knows that he's like, all right, not gonna push him, and so he's like, all right, I'll take the spell away. We'll remove the temptation for tonight. And so, does it work?
it does.
And so while Harold is yelling and people are coming, Tyrion comes walking slowly out, holding a flaming sword. And he says, Harold, I think it's time these people's leader had a proper weapon.
You can see confliction in Harold's eyes. He's really happy and excited. However, holding Duncan.
Duncan's like, oh shit, that's cool.
Are you all right?
That's fucking badass, man. Oh fuck, that's cool.
Listen, can you heal him?
Buck?
I say, Harrison, can you tend to Duncan?
No, I can.
And then I walk over and I hand him the sword.
Lucidia, what's going on? Why is the healing not going fast enough for Janrik 2 over here?
She says, I don't know, this is some kind of necrosis, some kind of poison or corruption. I'm not sure, but I have no effect on it.
Let me try. Alrighty, I got an 8, so spell still works, but you draw unwanted attention or your magic relates to other targets as well. GM's choice. Well, question: does the healing work?
Yes, your healing seems to stop the bleeding. However, the corruption remains. I think in fact, I think while the blood while the blood stops, the bleeding stops. And maybe the wound mends. The corruption actually spreads to cover half his body.
Hold on. I've got something for this. And Harrison is going to dig through his little satchel, and he will pull out a tiny weapon.
Okay.
This one vial has 2 uses. This heals any wound. It is in my equipment. Can't tell you where I got it from, but it's there, and it has 2 uses.
What's his butt's alchemy crate? Your old friend.
Yeah, why would you bring him up, Brian? Look at him. He just remembered that he's still alive.
Oh, he knows. That knife is still out there for you. Come on.
Anyway, I'm gonna pop open the cork. Alright, Duncan, this is going to taste very, 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 very bitter. Say ah!
Ah!
There you go.
Yes, and the corruption begins to diminish, although at a slow rate, but it seems to begin to diminish.
1 use left.
Duncan promptly passes out.
It's gonna take it out of him, but he should be good. I'll stow it back away in my little bag.
Lucidia will have some people come over. Actually, maybe a couple of the soldiers that you had just had in the stocks, Harold, will come over and have them pick him up and begin to carry him to the shrine.
I looked at Tyrion, holding the blade out. Is this what I think it is?
Holy fuck! To have the
It's
same
not-
reaction.
It's not the one we need, but it will suffice in the moment. It's the one that you were cheated of.
The blade that killed me. And I
Yes.
grasp it.
It feels warm in your hand.
Now you are its master.
Well, come on.
I-
Hit something. Hit that straw bale over there.
I'm not setting Happy Tree on fire. The first thing I do with it.
That pot doesn't seem valuable.
I think we appreciate that. I don't think this is the time for recriminations. What happened before this evening is in the past. I understand Harold has dealt with it. Duncan has brought us a new and greater problem.
Indeed. This blade will taste orc blood tonight.
The orcs. That's
Let
what
us
you
send
want.
scouts and let us get our people back.
Well, I have a really good scout we can use, and I'll smirk and look at Aziz. Fly,
It's a hell of
buddy,
a blood
fly.
trail to follow, and I will turn into a hyena.
Ooh.
Just a plain hyena? That's so basic for you.
No, it's an
Oh,
Aziz
okay.
hyena.
Air
Okay.
elemental
Let's see.
hyena?
Yeah, right.
It's a stone hyena with tusks, wings, and a spiked tail.
A lizard hyena. It's like a Komodo dragon hyena.
Yes, it's a
Ooh.
it's
Well,
part
no, I can't do
Komodo
Komodo dragon. They're not native. So yeah, let's do a. No, that's too disturbing. I'm gonna go spider hyena.
Ooh, that's cool though.
Oh, that's not disturbing? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
stone spider hyena.
Stone spider hyena.
Just huge, Matt. 8 legs, snout of a hyena, and
Elden Ring called.
Yeah.
They want
Yes.
their monster back.
Yeah, didn't you lose to that thing last night? The finger beast.
So 4 holes.
Ooh.
Shapeshifting hasn't really been a problem for Aziz since like
Ever.
the first
+2.
couple episodes.
Yeah, it's that elemental mastery I'm not very mastery of.
That's how we're going to win the campaign. Is
But
you're
hey.
finally going to successfully cast elemental
Okay.
mastery.
Even when you successfully cast it, you still get burned.
Yeah. So I'm saying, I mean, I can make it work, but it's definitely not mastery.
Results though, so we've had some pretty good results though.
Yeah. All right. So I've got 5 hold at the moment,
Okay.
and I'm going to spend 1 to track this blood trail of Duncan's.
Okay. So yeah. So you can track it. Are you gonna? Is this like just an information gathering mission, or is this the rescue mission?
I think it's the rescue mission.
Okay. So you guys will all be in tow with this hyena stone spider.
Yeah. And should we take some of the men with us to allow them to prove themselves and burn off some of their guilt?
Yeah, you don't have a choice. All 10 of the men that were in the stocks will follow Harold into the to the gates of the Dark Lord himself.
I'm sorry, the Dark Lord himself.
Yeah, Malum. You've heard of him, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna casually sprinkle that in now, as if it's been there
Yeah,
the whole time.
we've all known him the whole time. Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
We're just gonna place this Chekhov's gun right here.
Oh, make sure it's loaded. It is. Oh yeah. So okay, so you guys can traverse. The trail will lead you to a bluff that is not too far away from Happy Tree. But it's just beyond the normal perimeter that they patrol. And you will find the mangled corpses of a dozen or so horses that have been butchered here. What do you do?
Um. Well, now that we found the spot of action, I guess I'm trying to pick up on some orc tracks.
Okay, yeah. Um, you'll be able to follow that. Did anybody else want to look around, or is that
Yeah, so like I throw discern realities, just make sure we're not overlooking anything. We're walking into a trap.
absolutely
Oh, all right.
nice? You get 3 questions.
Um, let's see. How about what here is not what it appears to be? That's always a good first one.
Yeah. So there are no bodies of people. And if you let's see, your eyes see all. I'm going to say that with your eyes, you can also tell that there's a minimal amount of person blood here.
So the horses were probably slaughtered after the capture, most likely.
And it does not look like anybody was slaughtered here. Any people were slaughtered here. I think the most amount of blood is sort of in a trail leading away from this site and towards Happy Tree, which you could safely assume would be
All right.
Duncan.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the tracks would be something that we should be on the lookout for, but the disease has that covered. So other than tracks, what else should I be on the lookout for?
There is a stench of necrosis in the air. The grass here is dead, and the horses are actually further along in their decomposition than they should be. This whole place is touched by the stench of death.
I'll point out the unnatural magic to everybody and suggest that there may be a spellcaster on this other side to contend with an orc shaman or something.
I will growl in agreement.
And then, what do you think? What is about to happen? Maybe the next best one?
Yeah, that seems right.
Because I think we pretty much know what doesn't appear to be and what's useful or valuable. Uh, so I guess, yeah, what do we think is about to happen as we
With the stench of dark magic, unholy magic hanging in the air, um, you can think of maybe only a few purposes that humans or their like would be captured alive.
ritual sacrifice?
That's probably the first thing that comes to your mind.
I somberly relay this all to all the companions and nod to Aziz to sniff on, I suppose. But there's an edge, a little bit more of an edge now to Tyrion.
Aziz,
He's stalking near the front of the group.
Aziz, when you tried to pick up the trail for the next leg of the journey, it seems obscured by this like stench of death. So you end up actually following that smell of death rather than the smell of blood or tracks. The tracks you notice as you follow this trail have been erased from the earth, where there should be trampled grass or footsteps in soft earth. There's just nothing. The land seems completely untouched.
Okay. Well, I will press on, uneasily but determined.
Okay, and as you travel further away from Happy Tree, you will see sort of in a small chasm, I guess. What's my geography? Hold on. I think bluff kind of works. So further into this bluff, that's because it's kind of like upraised parts of the land, like not a cliff, but like a small dip in the earth, right? And so you're eventually going to see in the distance a large bonfire lighting up uh, uh, lighting up this area that is surrounded by high stone walls on all sides, natural stone walls on all sides.
Okay. Well, it looks like the perfect place for a trap force. Let's go.
Yeah, well, it is inhabited as well. You'll see that moat of light in the distance, and as you get closer, Aziz, you could probably see a little bit better. Well, Tyrion's got the golden eyes, but but you can see that dark shapes surround this light, and rigged up onto high wooden cross beams are other shapes, sort of like sagging from their weight around this fire, and there's a low hum of a chanting dirge.
All right. So, do you want to be boosted before you go in?
What do we think? Do we want to? Are any of our men archers? Or are we all swordsmen here?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get this guy a name. His name is Crookshanks.
Sounds like a nimble guy.
Can we have somebody named Snaggletooth as well?
Nobody named what?
Snaggletooth.
Yeah.
No, we have a Trevor.
Trevor, the counterpart to Duncan.
Crookshanks says I'm a pretty good shot myself. Snaggletooth over here is gifted with the blade. And Trevor, well, Trevor's our wild card.
It's like twitching.
I could cause a distraction if we want to get people into the trees.
Oh, I can do a plenty good distraction, and if I up my arcane art, it'll be a great distraction. And then Harold will be buffed, and he can take whatever comes his way. Let's just go up the trees here.
I was thinking of just walking into the clearing and calling them out.
That works too.
I like that.
We can go into
Drawing the attention to myself, and the rest of you can circle around and get into position. I think Aziz agrees.
Did you do that with your spider?
Yes.
Ew. It's just your pincher's just going.
My third leg on the left starts.
Even though you're made of stone, I still imagine there's like tufts of fur, like patches of fur in places. It's like
Oh yeah.
unsettling.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, I forget. It's been so long since I've done this. So I can choose 2 effects, and I can choose one of them to double. All right, yeah. Let's open this. All right, so I can choose 2 effects, and I can choose one of them to double. Would you like your, well, you don't need healed, so would you like your damage or your aid to be doubled, Harold?
I really do like the aid being doubled. It's really nice.
Okay, so instead of +2, it should be +4.
That is so strong. Just it's been so powerful for the entire campaign.
+4 aid to you, but then you
The
also
power
still,
of friendship.
you also get the 3d4 extra on your hit too. So
Oh, right.
you
Yeah.
get both. You just don't get double.
What did the sword do? Like 1 extra d6, or was it?
I think it was 2d6 of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Plus
fucking
my own
Argoth was
damage
using
die,
it,
right?
it was like 2d10 he was fucking doing. All right, Tyrion, lead the way. I will stay.
I'm going to move off to the side of them so that my distraction does not call attention to where our group is, and I'm going to throw a light cantrip on the end of my staff. It's going to be golden because, that's my thing now.
Okay.
I am circling in the opposite direction.
So all of a sudden they'll just see a bright golden light in the forest not far from their campsite. And I'll call out, "Who is in charge of this camp?"
Hold on one second.
Mhm.
Sorry, one second.
The orcs are like, please hold.
That the pizza guy?
Like, damn it. No, nobody's in charge. She died. What do we tell him? Tell him we already got one.
Actually, we don't believe in leadership. We're all equal in this orc band.
We take it in turns to act as executive, whatever, weekly.
Collective.
Damn, I'm looking for a note. I realized that we already kind of had a lord, like a god of darkness, but I can't not remember its name. So we may just.
You mean the evil god from my pantheon?
I think
or-
so. Yeah.
Snarlaxle?
Snarlaxle, is that it?
Yes. I thought you were looking for something from someone else's pantheon.
Jan, if you're pairing these two fuckers up, it's gonna be bad.
I like Malum though. We'll keep Malum. We'll keep Snarlaxle. I like a good god of darkness should have many names.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are you doing?
So I just, got my little golden light there. I know I'm walking into a trap. I know I'm walking into some evil magic, but I'm just trying to. Something Lucidia said, so I'm just kind of taking the focus onto myself here.
So you're walking down into the encampment.
Enter the encampment, and I just say, "Who's in charge here?"
So as you walk in, the putridness of death is almost unbearable, even to your holy nose. But what probably stings you more than the stench is the muffled whimpers of your fellow happy treants hanging from their crosses. They you see one in particular whose shape is unmistakable amongst the rest, and while you hear no muffled whimpers from her, you know that she is in pain. And as you stride into the camp, the orcs will part and sort of make way for you to enter.
All right. I'm just gonna walk in, stand there, plant my staff, and stare. Looking around. Uh, do I need to do a discern realities to see the shaman or whatever the leader is here?
Sure.
Let's see. Oh no.
Oh, you're pissed off.
Mark XP.
I'm way too mad to know what's going on.
Well, that and it seems as though it might. Well, there's definitely no clear leader in this in view right now.
Right.
These orcs are similarly armed and dressed. Some of them look a little different, but the majority of them seem quite.
How many orcs are there?
That you can see probably about 20 or so.
Hmm. Say, why have you befouled this place with your dark ritual?
The one orc closest to you snorts back some laughter and says, "And who do you think you are?"
Do you not know who I am? And I'll just let my golden eyes flare a little bit, kind of, just stalling some more. Let him get in position. Look at me. Look at my aspect.
And tremble up.
And I think with that, so what is Harold, Harrison, and Aziz doing?
I am also trying to figure out who the shaman is and getting in position to jump into the fray, literally.
Okay. Now, did you walk with Tyrion, or did Tyrion go alone? Or you like skirting the
He
outsides?
went alone, and I skirted he skirted one way, and I skirted the other.
Okay.
So I should hopefully be on the opposite side that he entered.
Okay. And then Harrison and Harold.
We're together.
And what's your approach?
I beefed you up. I will stand back here and look pretty, and you go in there and you get blood splatter all over you, okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to get within arm's reach of any of the orcs. I don't care which one, really. Just anyone I can get, like from a bush or something. Like just reach out and grab him.
And is this like where Tyrion is, or is this sort of on the outskirts as well?
I imagine it's in the outskirts.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
then he's gonna make a crazy fucking appearance here in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
Flashy duo brothers.
Yeah, I figure I'd let him go a different way because I fired off my big gun before the battle, and now I'm more just going in on pure balls and intimidation.
Yeah, and I'm probably talking to Harold too. I'm like, okay, so this is gonna be big. Did you want me to like? Let's imagine I haven't done my arcane on again. What if I beef you up as you go out swinging? Yeah, that's great.
But just play your highest note when I scream.
Oh yes, that their ears will bleed. Perfect idea.
Like, I can imagine like the orc was like 2 feet from us, like the fuck's what's all the whispering about?
Yeah, and he comes to like investigate. You're like, shut up, throw him over your shoulder.
And Tyrion, while you're in the thick of it there, and your friends are moving to the outside, the orc who you asked if they knew who you were says or says, like, who do you think you are? When you answer the way that you do, I'm going to reveal an unwelcome truth.
Okay.
As he is he's like, I'm your long lost brother. No, come home. And he says he's going to reach into his underneath his armor, and he's going to pull out on a medallion a small stone sigil, and the light of your staff will dim until it is no more. And you hear the chorus of jingling as all of them do the same.
I see. Well,
As they reveal the sigil of Snarlaxle.
I have killed a number of you Snarlackle priests before, so I hope you don't think that protects you.
And then there will be a sudden flurry of movement as every orc in the place begins to move. A couple of them are going to move towards you, Tyrion. A couple more will sort of be doing other things. But we see 3 of them move towards you, Tyrion. What do you do?
I want to kind of try to twirl my staff in a wide arc to keep them at bay. I'm guessing would that be a defy danger?
Yeah, if you're just trying to maintain safety, define danger would be fine.
Yeah, I'm basically just holding them off for the moment. And so would that be just main strength then?
Strength or constitution, I would say.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're like enduring.
Yeah, I mean they're the same for me, so all right, we'll take a 9.
So, has stumble, hesitate, or flinch?
All right. And as you stumble, hesitate, or flinch, let's see. We could offer worst outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. So you can either be damaged or captured.
I'll go for captured.
Okay, so the quickness of their movement as they flurry around you, 3 of them much stronger. Though they are live, they are incredibly strong. They will seize you up by each arm, and with your powers suppressed, you are somewhat defenseless against their dark power.
Question, real quick.
Yes.
As I'm watching from the bushes, and I'm assuming who else might go in, do I see the stone sigil things and the thing, the Snarlaxle symbol, and like seeing that it's negating that magic?
Yeah, you probably it was probably a bit of a show when they all pulled out their jangling.
And we've talked about Snarlaxle before, so you know what this is.
Yeah, may I use my bardic to ask, is there a way I can stop that?
Okay.
Like, prevent it from happening? Because, I mean, I don't know if I can actually go and break all the sigils, but if there's some other way.
Snarlaxle, otherwise known as Malum, thrives on darkness, thrives on shrouded mystery. When something of Snarlaxle's true nature is exposed, he becomes powerless in the light, as do his followers.
Something gets exposed about him? The fuck? Like his naughty bits? What does that fucking mean? Damn cryptid gods, what the fuck?
Snarlaxle campfire story?
It means you can, I think, if maybe you want to use...
A spout lore?
Yeah. If you even have something in one of your books.
Oh, that's right. I do have my bag of books. Bag of
But
books.
but at this point, yeah. So you're noticing that you're fumbling for your books. Um, maybe like a gasp of recognition as you put your little spectacles on.
Ooh, I know this. I know this. I know this.
What are you doing, nerd? You keep reading a book.
Shut up. I can't read.
Harold, what are you doing?
I think it's about time to get this party started.
Okay.
So I'm going to just reach out of the bushes and grab the nearest orc's head.
Okay.
And I'll yell out pretty loudly, "Let's add these to the books. The one time I crushed an orc skull with my bare hands." And yeah, I'm just going to fucking squeeze his head like a melon.
That's a good lyric, by the way.
It sounds like a hack and slash, perhaps.
Will do, sir.
Noise.
And that would be fucking 1d10 plus 3d6. So 16 points of damage.
I think that's dead. I'm pretty sure. Let me check though.
You know when Castiel
Really?
explodes in Supernatural? That's what happens.
Oh, I kind of see it like when Castiel like does the head thing, like he grabs the demons' heads and like
Yes.
explodes them.
I think the damage calc went a bit haywire because I tried to take away the 2d6 from the sword. If you want me to redo the damage.
Oh, here I can see. So you meant to roll 2d6, right?
No, I meant to roll the 1d10 plus 3d4 from your bonus damage thing.
Okay, I can see 4, 4, 8. It's actually 10 then.
Yes, it's 10 damage. Or if you just want me to re-roll it, like, again.
Yeah, because the d10's there, 2d6 and 3d4, and it shows the breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You utterly destroy that orc.
Good.
His head cracks and explodes in the palm of your hand.
Noise. I have to ask now, John, would this count as entering the battle with a show of force?
I would absolutely say so.
Well, I mean, maybe.
I mean, I have two abilities that I have to roll, when we enter battle. So, here's Warcry for the first time. So, yeah, all my allies are rallied and take a +1 forward. And your enemies feel fear and act accordingly, avoiding you, hiding, or attacking with fear-driven abandon.
Okay. So I'd say you have a wide berth around you now. The orcs who are tough and scary but not stupid are going to give you a wide berth, and I think you'll probably even see some of them reaching for more ranged weapons like slings and arrows.
Okay. So at this point, as they turn to give Harold wide berth, I'm going to burst from the bushes behind them and spend one of my hold to sneak up and poison one of them.
All right. So you poison one of them as you move up to sneak. You poison, and you're gonna use a hold for that. What does this poison do?
It doesn't really describe the poison, so.
Okay.
I was going mainly for effect, basically, turning around, backing away from this horrifying event just to have a spider hyena jump up on you and sink its fangs into your neck.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you can do that. This one will be afflicted with let's say like a paralysis, as his body begins to stiffen and under the weight of your Stone mass.
As I give a disgusting hybrid of a spider chitter and a hyena laugh.
Ooh.
So at that point, I think.
Are we the good guys? Question.
So while they're giving you a wide berth, Harold, they will, like I said, they will be reaching for ranged weapons. I think a couple of them will turn towards Aziz and begin to fight Aziz, and the others that have captured Tyrion are actually pulling him towards the fire.
Come on! What does this thing do?
Harrison, you're deep in your books. Let's flash back to Tyrion real quick. And Tyrion, you're being drugged towards the fire. You've been captured. What do you do? Oh, I can't hear you.
I laugh and I say, "Followers of darkness dragging a man toward the light."
And one of the orcs says, "The fire is purifying, is it not? You should have no problem in there, cleric."
And I won't. Thank you. But what of your friend's head? And I just glance across the way.
And he looks troubled, but he's gonna stay strong. Put on a brave face. "Nothing compared to what Plumcrish will do to you."
I've met Plumcrish. I survived.
You ran.
Actually, we teleport.
Actually, we shadow walked.
Plumcrish acted without honor. He broke our deal.
And yep, and they will go to throw you into the bonfire.
All right, to buy time, I guess I'll try to resist with strength.
Okay. Yeah, defy danger with strength is what that sounds like. All right, and as you go to resist with strength, I will offer you a worse outcome, and instead of as you try to resist, they sort of you pull them down momentarily, but then they rally together and then they toss you into the air.
Okay.
Can I intervene?
Yeah. You are being surrounded, so if you want to intervene, you will have to defy danger to maneuver.
You could also just let me go into the fire right now.
Nah. I think
No,
this is gonna look cooler.
Okay. Hey, I don't want to steal your thunder, man.
Where am I? There I am.
Remember that everyone has a +1 extra.
So the +1 from that, and then my +1 went to strength for my form. So yeah. Defy danger, dexterity. I'm going to go with speed.
Okay.
So that is an 8.
Okay. Hard bargain. You can make it over there without having to fight these guys, but you're gonna have to transform again, either to your normal size or into something else.
Yeah, I need to be bigger. So I'm going to jump back to the winged stone rhino. That's a good fallback for me.
All right, as you jump into the air towards Tyrion's flailing body as it descends upon the fire pit, and then and you shapeshift really well too.
Should again.
And then I'm going to switch over back to Harrison real quick, who's in the bushes in his books. Harrison, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm spouting lore, I suppose.
Okay.
Nice. So, 10 plus, the GM will tell you something interesting and useful about the subject relevant to your situation. I want to figure out how I can negate the effects of these sigils. And not by breaking them one by one by one by one. I'm assuming there's one central point I can mess something up.
So these sigils are crude. They are they are mere reflections of the true sigil that lies in this camp. So if you can find the true sigil and break that, it will render all the others inactive.
Okay. Could I also discern reality? Or should I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
This is what I like to see.
Clutch.
Okay, 3 questions. I guess what here is useful or valuable to me?
We'll come back to that one.
Okay. Who's really in control here?
Oh, no one present. No one within sight. Someone is ringleading this, but they are not visible at this moment, which means they're hiding nearby, or perhaps can't be seen, or maybe disguised. But they're not here.
What here is not what it appears to be, then.
Hey,
That statue looks a little out of place.
that tree is looking mighty shifty.
That tree isn't native to this forest.
No, I know for a fact there are no elm trees in these parts.
There is something within the fire. A figure. It's a large bonfire, and there is a figure within it.
Okay.
And then what here is of valuable,
Useful or valuable to me?
I'm trying to think of something unique. I mean, obviously, all of your friends are quite useful and valuable.
I meant more in the way of, where's the giant fucking sigil?
The sigil doesn't have to be giant.
Okay,
but
where's the main sigil?
You assume around the neck of whoever here is in control, and possibly what appears to be in the fire.
I'll peek my head out of the bushes. Harold, there's someone in the fire you need to kill. The giant bonfire, look closely. And then I'll duck my head back.
Harold, you're getting pelted with slings, with stones and arrows.
In the fire?
Dink, 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 dink.
Just start throwing orcs in the fire.
Oh, and would I be able to do another arcane art?
Not yet.
If not, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not yet. Harold, you get the orders from Harrison. Like I said, you're being pelted with stones and arrows.
Do I see anything in the fire, first of all? Like, anything?
You look, you just maybe the intense blaze of the heat. Maybe you're too close to really get a good look in there. It's quite the inferno.
All right, I'll trust Harrison's judgment. I didn't roll for my evil eye, by the way. When we enter combat, can I do that? Just
Okay.
post up here.
Full eye.
Yeah, evil eye. Yeah, haven't I used that ability before?
Oh,
Okay,
that's right. It has a
79.
weird font.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, 79. Hold 1, and I can spend my hold to make eye contact with an NPC present who freezes or flinches and can't act until you break it off. But I can't see this big dumb thing, so that doesn't really do anything. But I mean, hey, I'll go in and I'll try and hack and slash at whatever this thing is in the fire. I'll destroy the bonfire if I have to.
Yeah, sure. Just let me know how you're going to avoid the getting hurt by the slings and arrows, if you will.
Constitution. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna power through it.
Okay.
Well, you've got a headless guy in your hand.
True, I have a shield.
Shield.
Yeah, I'll do that instead. I'll hold up the headless orc
Oh.
Okay.
as a shield. Would that be con still or strength?
Either one.
Yeah, I feel like either are pretty applicable.
Ooh, and then you can chuck the body like into the fire as a missile.
Yeah, that's nice. To fight danger, strength.
Yeah. So you're just like soaking up blows from this with this body.
Jonathan, I am the one who knocks. I turn the danger back on itself. I will reverse all these slings. I will reverse all these arrows.
Wait, is that like an actual move you have?
That is my move.
Yeah.
I am the one who knocks. When I defy danger on a 12 or above, I turn the danger back on itself.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
shit!
Put it in the chat. I want to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's literally just...
Look at that.
Oh,
The DM will describe
no!
how.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're slinging. I think like what you said before, like with the body. I think you're as these projectiles are coming towards you. I think that you're like you're like soaking them up, and then maybe even like pulling them out and throwing them back, like as you're moving forward, like using it as like a supply of ammunition, and
I'm using him as a quiver.
yeah.
It's like,
And now they're giving you a wider berth.
If at first we don't succeed, we'll try again.
So they will back up even further to the point where they're probably not.
I'll
affected
laugh
right
as
now.
I'm flying through the air toward the fire.
Yes, and as
Louder.
you were flying through the air, Aziz is swooping in to catch you, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of deflecting him away from the fire.
Okay, yeah. So there's like a little like a little bump in the air.
Yes.
Nice.
That be a defend, or want me to spend a hold for a charge?
Could I try to defy danger with Dex and just land on him?
Land on me?
Yeah. I mean, my
Yeah.
Dex sucks, but it could be hilarious.
That's fine by me.
Yeah.
Rather than you spending anything else. Nope.
Yeah, a +1 though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. I do have a +1 because of Harold. So no complications.
But you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. So you don't go directly into the fire.
So I didn't land on him.
No, you're not landing on him. I think you're holding on to his legs as he's flying through the air.
Thanks for the ride.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of hard to maintain your grip as well. So there's a danger of you sliding down his legs.
That's fine.
Rhinos don't really have like graspy feet.
No.
But very rough skin, though.
The texture.
I'm going
Oh,
solely
so
on
20
surface
foot go.
friction.
Aziz moisturizes though, so it's,
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
He's a slick rhino. He's like a hippo.
so
Curse you and your exfoliants.
so as you're precariously like flying through the air with Aziz, where's your next move?
Well, my next move was actually to try and drop him by the people on the crosses,
Okay.
so he could possibly assist them,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then swing back to the battle main.
All right.
All right. As you swing back to the battle, the folks that you evaded earlier are now firing upon you from the ground.
Yes, charge. I will be spending a hold for that one.
Okay. So as you charge down, you're going to create quite a ruckus. Go ahead and roll your damage.
And yeah, and basically I'm just dropping to the ground and like bracing my wings out, so like bowling ball versus pins
Yeah,
kind of effect.
Nice.
Damage is 8. Woohoo!
Nice.
Better than my usual damage.
Yeah, nice. You're gonna kill a couple of them, like maybe 3 or 4 of them.
All right, and I am pretty much now semi-acting as a distraction. It's not really intentional, but it's kind of hard not to be.
We're all very, very distracting in our own ways.
Yeah.
Harold, when you reach the fire, what do you do?
I take my fiery blade and I swing wildly and I try and hit whatever Harrison was telling me about.
Okay. So you swing your blade into the fire, and you do hit something. You hit mostly like because it's like these logs that have been like sort of pushed up, and as you swing into the fire, you're hitting these logs, and the fire is blazing intensely. How do you deal with that danger?
You know what you do.
I probably.
Yes. If you roll a
It's
12 plus on that, how do you turn the danger back on the fire?
I have ideas.
Oh, great. That's only if you get 12 plus.
12 plus.
12 plus.
So Constitution then, I suppose.
Sure.
Yeah.
That seems the most.
Damn it.
It's only a +1 to that as well, so it's only an 11.
Only.
That's it. Only an
Yeah.
11.
Sad.
Womp womp.
So you do what you set out to do. You begin hacking away, and the fire begins to dismantle. They're like fiery logs, sort of rolling off into the plaza. There are orcs
Screaming.
gathering at the edges as the fire is destroyed, and what is revealed when the logs tumble aside is a cloaked in a black cloaked figure with a silver mask.
That's it?
Does it look like an orc or?
Its frame is considerably smaller. It has a slight hunch to it, and as your blade passes through the fire and disturbs it, this figure stands still. It's almost as if your blade moved through him.
The magic.
Uh-huh. That's concerning.
And it whispers something to you, Harold. That which is dead cannot die. And in a movement as fast as anything you've seen, like almost like black smoke will burst, and the figure will burst into black smoke and then part around you, Harold, and move straight towards Harrison.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm like hiding in the bushes watching, like, what the fuck is. Whoa!
Tyrion, you and Aziz are sorry, Harold, what'd you say?
Is all of him smoke still? But is the silver mask still present?
The mask is still present, but Harrison has probably got the front row to that show.
Yeah, I want to try evil eyeing him, but if I can't make eye contact, it doesn't work. I'm assuming he's faster than me.
He's quite fast. You can try your evil eye.
I'm tempted, yeah. I'll try and stare him down.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's just I just spend my hold. There's no roll.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So,
Hmm?
Yeah, so the one hold, and then you, so he goes to part and turns to black smoke, and then the mask, you catch it with your evil eye, and it hovers in front of you, Harold. The mask does, and just is staring at you. Meanwhile, the black smoke is billowing around, obscuring you from the others. Tyrion and Aziz, you are flying through the air. Arrows and stones are being hailed upon you.
When I see this mask thing, do I see the symbol on it, or like a symbol around its neck, or anything? Or
Not on the mask itself, no.
can I, as I'm dangling, can I discern the realities and like kind of look around the clearing, see if like the bodies arranged in a particular way so as to make a symbol out of their bodies or something?
This is starting to sound like discern realities. Go ahead and
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn. Oh, I get a +1. So
Wow.
my dice, man, have just failed me tonight.
And I updated Foundry as well, so I thought maybe with an update it would start treating you nicely.
Nope. All right. Well, so I get 1 because of Harold's +1.
Yeah.
Um.
Harold offering insight. Look at that.
Yeah. I think that obviously I got to go for what here is useful or valuable to me based on
And you're looking for the symbol, so I'm gonna say that the symbol is probably contained within the smoke. I think you probably saw it around the person's neck, and then it disappeared with their body when they turned into smoke.
All right. I'll shout that out to the party and wait to land, wait to be dropped off.
Aziz?
Yeah, I will drop him off, and then
Where at?
over by the prisoners.
Okay. All right. So you drop him off, and then where do you go next?
I cannot see where the mask is now, correct?
It's probably, if you get an aerial view, you can see the silver mask like floating in front of Harold's like face. And then the smoke billowing around him in a circle.
I want to stomp that mask.
I was thinking that you drop out of the sky and
Stone Rhino, just drop right on that mask.
that's
Okay. You'll charge the mask. Go ahead and do your damage.
Four.
Okay. So the mask will as you charge the mask, it will will it break? I think it'll break the eye contact with Harold. As you hit it. Go ahead.
It isn't until I break it off.
Okay. But what if it's like forced out of your field of view?
I think that is up to you to decide, honestly.
Okay.
There's nothing more here. It's just as when I break it off. But
well, let's see.
I think if something would appear between us, that would break it off. So I mean, yeah, I think outside means can definitely break it.
Yeah, okay. And it was useful because it held it there so that he could actually target it. So he would have had extra difficulty if that wasn't the case. So okay, so 4 damage and it's knocked out of view of Harold, and as the smoke billows around, the mask becomes obscured. Tyrion, you're looking at the people.
Yeah, I want to see if I can start freeing people. See if do they look like they can be freed and it will be of any benefit to them, or are they? I mean, does this feel like it's part of some kind of active ritual going on, or are they just like hanging meat for when this is over?
Sorry, I forgot. I have to push to talk on. Sounds like a discern realities.
Okay, maybe I'll get this one. Good thing I keep discerning different things, right? You can't try to see the same thing multiple. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There it's going. All right. So I guess let's start with what here should I be on the lookout for? With since I'm like focused on prisoners now.
Since you're focused on the prisoners, what you should be on the lookout for is that um, they are um, they have been bound up, and a lot of them have like a rope in their mouth, like tied around their head. Um, and they see the bodies seem the people seem to be like they seem to be like the muffled whimpers seem to be them like trying to chew through this rope.
Gotcha.
Their eyes are white.
All right. Let's see. That was what I should be on the lookout for. What here is not what it appears to be.
This whatever this ritual is appears to be powering this this smoked figure's enhanced abilities here.
Okay.
You think that there's a tie between the whatever is afflicting these people and whatever is giving him this power.
Okay. Um, and sorry, did I do? So I did what's not what it appears to be, and I think I did what here is useful or valuable, or did I do what should I be on the lookout for?
You did what should you be on the lookout for?
So I guess the last one should be what here is useful or valuable to me, though I think I know.
What do you think you know?
I mean, it's one of two. It's one of two things, depending on how evil you're being. Either I have to kill them to stop powering the spell, or I have to free them to stop powering the spell.
Well, death is sort of a freedom, right? No, so yeah, let's say you do have to. You're gonna have to stop their. Does that make sense? Death. No, let's useful or valuable. So I think the let me think about this for just a
Yeah,
second.
it's a big moment.
What would be useful or valuable about that?
Well, I mean, I suppose the knowing would be useful, and so having to deal with it is a different thing. But if I knew,
If you had your power, you could stop the spell. You
Mhm.
could release if you had your powers, you could release these people from their from this trance. So that's what would be valuable.
Okay,
Destroying that sigil and regaining your power.
gotcha. And I'll say I can't. I'll just call out. I can't release them as long as he has the sigil, but they're powering him. What should we do? And I'll just call out.
Aziz, you just knocked the mask into the smoke. You've done some damage. The smoke is obscuring and whatnot. And I'm waiting for Harrison to get back because it's shooting straight towards Harrison.
And while that's happening, I'm gonna at least take Hera's gag off because she seems the most composed of them and may be able to at least say something.
Her eyes are white, and when you remove the rope, you can see that that it's sort of dug into like the sides of her mouth, and so her mouth is bleeding. She looks and to be in an extraordinary amount of pain, and but she says, "Oh, it's a trap."
We expected as much, but we couldn't leave you here.
It's a distraction. Happy Tree.
Thank you. We will act quickly. Does everyone else hear that, or just me?
Probably just you. She says, they let Duncan live so that he would draw you out. Kill the bastards.
Rest assured, we will. Hang on. We may be able to. And I say, I can save you if we stop him, or we can stop him if we kill all of you. I'm not sure what is right here.
And she just says, Happy Tree.
All right. Then, how many prisoners are there?
10.
How long do I need to kill all of the bound prisoners?
Probably not too long if you work quickly.
All right. I'm going to kiss her, apologize, and snap her neck.
And she you can see the tears coming down her face, knowing what you have to do, and she says, Tyrion, I trust you. And then you can snap her neck.
Okay. And then I'm just going to work as quick as I can to finish the others off.
Okay, the smoke seems to be taking the hits. You can hear an audible like whoosh of wind as some of the smoke begins to dissipate. Harrison, as soon as Aziz hits the silver mask, and the smoke expands again, the mask is going to appear in front of you.
Yeah, I was like reveling. I was like, "Yeah, go boys!" And then I was like, "Oh no, boys!"
Yeah, you may have missed a dark turn.
Yeah, I think you need to get filled in on this.
Well, actually, none of us know what's going on.
It's true. You probably didn't see that.
See what?
There's smoke everywhere, so
I can't see.
well, you do see the silver mask in front of you, and as it coalesces into a form, smoke still surrounds the battlefield everywhere. And as the silver mask coalesces into a human form again, you can hear it say, Harrison.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable, and my safe word is pineapple.
And it reaches up to remove the mask.
I wince.
And it reveals itself to be Fenric.
Oh, that's poisoned guy. Or should I say, poisoned guy.
It was only a matter of time, Harrison.
You've returned, and what are you doing with the orcs?
Using them to get my revenge on you.
On me.
And he juts out his hand towards you. It reeks with necrotic energy. Harrison, what do you do?
I bitch slap him, and I try to cast a spell.
Okay. So let's. Do you want to defy danger first?
Can I defy danger with my magic?
Depends. Do you have a spell that allows you to do that?
Yeah, I want to turn him into something else.
Defy danger first, and then we'll cast the spell.
What do I defy danger with? Can I not use my intelligence by casting a spell?
Well, can you come up with a quick thinking way of defying danger? Then you could use your int.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a fucking spell. I'm gonna turn him into a.
Well, I think John's already said no to that. So.
No, yeah, that makes sense. So quick thinking, you have a spell on the ready. But go ahead and defy danger to let me to. Okay.
Oh.
Damn.
Not even counting the +1 from Harold.
It's almost like you practiced this.
I've dreamt
You
of
set a
this
trap for
moment every
him.
night. Right now, I have to cast a spell. Right. Cast a spell. +1 won't do anything for that, but I can just lose the spell.
Okay.
I want to cast polymorph on him. I want to turn him into a snail.
Okay.
If you want to be thematic, you can turn him into a snake.
No, I don't want him to get away too easily.
Snake is fast. Snail is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
snail is
fair.
perfect.
Ooh, if his mind is altered, does that mess up the spell?
It
Jim
does.
Tell you one or
Because he
more.
can't hold it in his head.
It does. It messes up the spell. Just as you're on number 2.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is happening? I'm so confused.
The smoke disappears. The amulet falls to the ground. Around a snail. The silver mask also falls to the ground.
Don't touch me with your crusty ass hands. Ugh. Hey guys, Fenric is back.
Destroy the amulet. Destroy the amulet.
Oh, destroy the amulet?
It was your idea.
I step on it.
You sort of drive it into the ground. It's made of a hard, durable metal. Perhaps someone you know who is quite strong or quite heavy could do the job.
Yeah, I'll pick up the snail and then I will pick up the amulet and here you go, Harold. I've been lacking in my training lately.
And powder up.
Yes, and you can destroy it easily. There's a faint pop. Tyrion, your magic is restored. The smoke clears. Aziz, what are you doing?
I am basically trying to chase the orcs away.
Okay, fair enough. I feel like that's feasible. They've been scared multiple times.
Yeah, you guys want to get turned into something
So
like this?
I don't know how well a rhino can do it, but maybe the wings could help. But that whole horse rearing thing and then charge.
Maybe step on a few on the way out.
Exactly.
Aziz, do you like the way snails taste? How about magical snails?
What would happen if he ate the polymorphed snail?
I mean, if he will have it, you eat that.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I'll eat anything once.
Maybe you should cook it on the end of your sword first.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Snail kebab.
I thought Fenric was going to change, and he didn't even do that. He's still spiteful and hateful and evil in the afterlife.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I'm not there. I'm on a tree.
It's
Or
okay.
across,
You can monologue from there too. That's fine.
No, I'm a bit involved.
Oh
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What is happening? Where's Tyrion? I look at the two of them.
Yeah, let's bring the crew together here.
What are you involved with that is so busy? You want me to stay?
You see Tyrion up on one of the crosses, just kind of holding Hera and crying.
That's real funny. You can stop now.
He doesn't. He just hangs there.
I'm gonna cut everybody else down.
Okay.
Pop out of form.
Yeah, the trance that they were in seems to have subsided. They are weak, but they will live.
I'm gonna place a hand on Harrison's shoulder and just like.
No, I have to have something. I'm gonna go through my bag again, no.
This heals any wound. Oh.
It does. I don't know if it heals death though, and there's no description. Would you, God, tell me, would it fix this? My last heals any wound.
No.
I've got a great idea. Your spell. Go back in time. Undo it.
If I undo it, I undo what you did as well.
I can handle Fenric again, right?
This was a trap. Happy Tree is under attack. We must go. Quickly. And I just cut her down, throw her across my shoulder, and run into the woods back toward Happy Tree.
Okay.
Happy Tree, that's right. Natalie. Clive. God damn it. Okay, we gotta go.
Let's get a move on.
My ostrich speed.
Ostrich speed.
That's right. You have the mask.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can see Happy Tree burning in the distance before you ever arrive. It is still under siege. It has not been. It has been breached.
Orcs or
it would seem that way.
As I get to the gates, I'm just going to drop Hera, and I'm just going to start magic missiling any orc that comes in my path.
Okay. What are the rest of you gonna do?
Eat this snail. No, I'm kidding.
I tell you, we should just kill the snail on the end of the flaming sword.
Just put the snail in a jar, and
I have the snail.
We'll get to it later.
That'd be
very
fitting
jar
for Fenric to become an experiment.
I've got a magically sealed jar. I'll just stick them in there.
I have a seemingly empty jar you could put him in.
Seemingly empty. I don't like the sound of that.
No one ever does.
No.
Where do we even start? Where our friends are, all of the little houses and rooms are. Harold, barge away through these people.
Oh, I am definitely stone rhinoing. But instead of eagle, I'm going to go spider.
Ooh.
Get that extra speed.
Rhino spider.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. We're just going for carnage. Do we have goals?
I mean, save Happy Tree as much as we like. Figure out the organization of the attack and take out the leaders. Just defend Happy Tree, basically.
Our friends. Well, I'm gonna.
My specific goal is to hit hard, fast, and loud, and try and become the target.
Okay.
And mine is to just unleash as much rage as possible.
Nice. Harrison, with your cool intellect.
Oh.
Actually, never mind.
Oh no, I want you to continue.
You have cool intellect.
Thank you.
Am I composed enough to throw a discern realities as we go in, or is it just chaos?
It is chaos, but it might be beneficial to discern realities.
Could I have jumped upon Aziz's back?
Yeah, can we all be on Aziz's back?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, once I saw, because I was like, I don't know if I can get 3 people on my back, and then Tyrion goes off with his ostrich power, and I'm like, all right, I knew this. The guards that came with us can help the wounded back, and we can run ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot they were there momentarily. They would have helped chase off the other orcs as well. Maybe even kill a few.
Right.
So,
Stefan purposely manipulated them for a reason. They were the strongest and the best.
yeah, well, see where that got him?
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you think? Do you think who's really in control here is probably our best first one?
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. Who's really in control here?
So you look up. So you look up into the path that leads into the heart of the tree, and you can see Plumcrish's form turning and surveying the destruction of the town, and then dipping under the archway and into the tree.
All right. I of course call him out and call him a coward while I'm doing it.
The roar of the flames in the battle.
Too much.
Yeah.
What here is really useful or valuable to me? Because we need an edge.
Happy Tree isn't completely defenseless. The tree is trying to fight back. The fire is stifling its ability to do so. Putting out the fire would allow the tree to help out with the defenses more. There are pockets of people defending Happy Tree as well, but the orcs. While the town has the benefit of having the orcs outnumbered, the orcs are easily like 5-1. Most of them. There's one giant orc in the sort of crashing through these barricades and the defenses. You recognize it as the same orc that broke the sword originally.
Gotcha. All right, so we've got Plumcrish, we got this orc, and what do you think? Do we want what here is not what it appears to be, or
what happened here recently?
I think I mean, I feel like we've got that, but if you think that that's what we should go with,
no, I'm sorry, I was being facetious.
I like that, or what should I be on the lookout for? Because I feel like that can be danger, but it can also be like things that can help as well.
Yeah, like where are our friends, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. What should we be on the lookout for then?
You know that the majority of the people would have taken refuge in the heart of Happy Tree. That's like the safest place to be. It's also where the spirit animals are and whatnot, or the ancient animals are and whatnot. So that is most likely where your friends will be, the ones that don't fight.
So we gotta pick up the tree and kill some orcs.
Now hold on. I might be remembering this. I think I might be remembering this wrong, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway. When we were coming in tree, like through the tunnels and the channels in the river and stuff, was there or was there not a river monster?
There is a river monster in the river proper, yeah. Not in that channel, but like in the river, the actual river, yeah, nearby.
Do you think if I pissed it off enough, it would bring all sorts of stupid fucking water attacks with it?
Could spout lore. What do you know about water monsters?
I don't know. Can I spout lore?
Always.
Tell me something interesting and useful about getting rid of this fire with a river monster, if it's even possible.
Not with the monster, but this fire is it seems to be unnatural. It doesn't seem to be spreading like a normal fire. Or actually, not unnatural. Sorry, it's not unnatural. It's actually too natural. It seems to be under. This is magic fire.
I have a dispel magic.
Okay.
If
There you
I
go.
may.
Wow.
Bye-bye, fire.
Yes. So let's frame that into like a cool scene. So how do you do this, and where do you do it?
Yeah, so I'm mumbling. If I can get that river monster to get water onto the, I'm like going through my book, and I'm like, and then it almost kind of like clicks. It's like as I'm like looking at the fire, I'm like, wait a second. And then like I flip the spell book to the dispel magic spell, and I'm like, whoosh, and it's like a bunch of like one like there's like the church scene with all the candles, and they all get like out.
My flame blade goes up like, what?
Sorry.
Just swish and flick. Just swish and flick, Harold.
Yeah.
The fire disappears instantaneously. The in response, the tree, its limbs begin to grow and begin to come to the aid of the people of Happy Tree. What are the rest of you doing? Aziz and Harold.
Well, I noticed that the fire just got dispelled. So where's the magic user?
Discern reality.
Discern realities.
Who's really in control here?
Oh well, I heard Tyrion call out Plumcrish, so I already know that answer.
Yeah.
But who's really in control of this here fire?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Still on a roll, man.
What do you
Still on
wanna
a
do?
roll.
What should I be on the lookout for?
Plumcrish is going to where the heart of the tree is, which means that without that, you won't be able to perform the ritual within the dead space.
Okay. What here is useful or valuable to me?
The tree is able to maneuver again. That can be very helpful to you. You have a pretty good connection with it. You could probably use that to your advantage.
Take me to the
Alright.
heart.
And what here is not what it appears to be.
That magic fire was under the control of a shaman, an orc shaman, who is now that the flames have died down, you can see that they are standing sort of front and center. Though their flames have been suppressed, they are definitely preparing to call on the other elements to bring ruin to Happy Tree.
All right, somebody's gonna have to stay here and take the shaman, and the other's gonna have to go too.
So
I can stay for the shaman if you want to go for Plumcrish. He feels like more your mission.
Yeah, I will kind of point my horn towards the shaman and make kind of the barking sound rhinos do, and then I am charging for Plumcrish
Okay.
and telling Happy Tree, coming in hot.
Harold, do you want to follow him to Plumcrish? Do you want to take the big guy that broke the sword?
All right, Harold. Let's do rock, paper, scissors for it, okay?
Rock, and they smack you, and they're like, Thunder's mine!
Harrison dies.
Which one's yours?
Plumcrish.
Oh, okay.
All right,
So-
Tyrion.
So Harrison, it's me and you out here. Can I magic missile the shaman?
Yes, of course.
Wait, would you like to be boosted? Wait, Tyrion.
Sure. Boost away.
I'll try.
Harrison, are you staying out with Harold and Tyrion?
Oh, Harold said he was going in. He said
Yeah,
Plumcrish
Harold's
is
going
his.
in.
Oh, Harold's going in for Plum. Oh, that's right. Okay, cool.
It's us two out here and those two in there.
Excellent, awesome. Wow.
I take it he's hopping
Love
on Aziz as he runs by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the 6d4 damage to get rid of him, and
He's gonna blow up!
I don't.
Wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
6d4s.
How's that shake out? What is that?
6d4s. So I get the it's my move, the Eldritch Cord and the Eldritch Tone.
Oh, it's all of them together. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all okay. Yeah.
I can do 3d4 extra, and then I choose to double an effect.
So I will get an extra 6d4 on this spell.
Yes, extra.
Which already deals 3d4.
So yeah, 9d4, and I don't think you need healing.
No, I don't.
Okay, then I'll just give you. If somebody aids you, you get your +2. And by the way, Harold, you still have your +4 for that.
Oh shit!
Which is about to be used.
Yep.
All right, let's cast this spell, and hope that the dice are on my side this time.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
The spell is
Well,
cast.
the spell is cast, and hang on, let me.
That's
I think-
definitely going to draw attention.
Yeah. I think I have an advanced move. Let me look at my.
Like you're literally dropping little boy on this shaman.
Yeah. No, I have empower and greater empower, but both of them need me to roll a 10 or more. Oh well. So no empowering, just 8d4 of damage. We said
9.
no, but why 9?
Isn't it 3d4 normally?
No, magic missile's only 2.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah,
8. Okay,
8.
yeah.
Still,
19 points of damage.
he explodes.
Oh.
I just go.
Yeah, there's nothing of him left, but the light show does attract the attention of the Swordbreaker, as he like turns slowly and begins to move towards the light, towards Tyrion and Harrison. What'd you say, Tyrion?
I said, excellent. Bring it, bitch. Tyrion's not his usual eloquent self at the moment.
When the cleric loses his shit, you should be fucking afraid.
I love this Tyrion.
Aziz and Harold. Harold, how did you say? Were you riding Aziz in?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So, Aziz, you can just fly straight towards the tree, and the tree will open its trunk to you, and allow you to arrive before Plumcrish does.
Nice.
There's a bunch of people in the heart chamber here, including the elves who are chanting, and the like Fala and Nana and Lucidia. There's all the regulars.
Natalie? Where's Natalie?
All right. So if I can bypass his path once I land in the heart chamber, I know which way he's coming from. I'm charging right for him. I'm gonna meet him head on.
Okay. So when you come through, Lucidia is going to stand up and she'll say, Harold.
It'll be okay.
She's like, it better fucking be.
In Harold's mind, I fucking love this woman.
And Nana says, don't remember, spoils go to the victors, and she'll give you a wink.
The flames go out.
It shrivels up.
It's a dagger now.
It's just...
Shrinkage. It's cold in the tree.
Happens to every guy. Happens to every swordsman, you know.
And Aziz Fala will look to you and give you a solemn nod.
This is a Tuesday, babe. Let's go.
And Plumcrish will enter the chamber.
And me and Harold are doing our tried and true charge and jump.
Yep.
Okay.
Aid +4.
Well, I have to
Any
successfully aid.
surprise from Plumcrish when he sees Harold with a flaming sword?
I don't think he's gonna have time to react to this. Let's go.
So, what was that?
Okay,
+4?
so he gets his plus, and I expose myself to danger, retribution, or cost.
Wait, the next time someone successfully assists the target with aid, they get plus. So don't.
Well, you're
Yes,
you're.
now-
Is that something you cast before, or is that?
That was what he had that he didn't use.
Oh, he hasn't used it yet. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So does he get? So is that +4 instead of +1? Also, I thought it was supposed to be +2 for each bond.
It is. It's +1 for each bond.
Oh.
Would my war cry be in effect here or not? Or would I have to do it again?
I'd say it'd still be in effect.
In that case, you don't have any retribution.
You still got a +1.
That makes it 10.
Oh wait, does that give me a +1 as well?
Yeah,
Gives all
war cry
his
gives
enemies
all
half.
my allies +1, not me.
Oh, okay.
So 10.
So that's a 10. No danger, retribution, or cost. Okay.
I just cut this guy's head off. Riding on a sea's back on this glorious rhinoceros monstrosity.
Sounds like a hack and slash.
Yeah, we're going straight for his throat with the hack and slash.
Oh
That
my.
is without the +4.
Holy shit.
I
crit.
activate
He crit.
smash.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
crit.
I activate smash on 12 and I cut his head off.
I love that it's always when we go fight the big baddies you do this. All the time.
That's what I do. Except when I don't, I guess that fourth giant and they just fucking destroy us.
It's a numbers game. So you sever Plumcrish's head from his body.
Yeah, choose something physical your target has. Weapon, their position, a limb. They lose it. If you want me to take an arm, that's fine with me as well. I haven't rolled for damage, so might not be dead.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
That'll be 14 points of damage.
Only?
I don't have the damage buff still.
I borrowed it.
I think it stands. I think you chop his head off.
Holy fuck.
As Plumcrish falls to the ground, his corpse hits the ground with a mighty thud, and outside, Tyrion and Harrison, this swordbreaker orc is maneuvering his way to you, and he just sort of stops, and all of the orcs stop.
Oh, I guess you scared him good, Tyrion.
And I'm interposing myself between. I'm like standing in front of Harrison, not because Harrison can't protect himself, but because I'm the wall and Harrison is the scalpel.
It's also just force of habit, I feel like, at this point.
Maybe a little.
I
of
don't
that.
mind it either.
Well, we gotta give you room to work.
Exactly.
The next orc into the room, Harold, looks at the body and looks at you. And he says, "Chieftain."
Yes.
I am picking up Plumcrish's head in my mouth. Harold still on my back. And I am confidently trotting out of Happy Tree.
And it is taking all of Tyrion's self-restraint not to blow this guy up right now. He's just standing there trembling.
Yeah, and,
And
it's
he's
and
like,
then Harrison's behind him, like, "Oh yeah, come on, tough guy, what you gonna do? You
he's like
scared of
staring
Darius
at
#1?"
every single orc in his eye, like just daring someone to step to him.
Yeah, come on, try him.
The orc turns away from you, up to the entrance into the heart chamber for Happy Tree as Harold and Aziz emerge. The Swordbreaker kneels.
And I just toss the head and let it roll across the courtyard.
What? That was literally 20 seconds ago. You guys just...
You work fast.
I yell out to all the orcs. I am chief now! Rebuild or die!
You hear a chorus of hair rolled, 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 and as you see orc fists pumping into the air.
This is really, really, really nice, but I run into the heart of the tree.
Guess Plumcrish should have kept that flaming sword, huh, Harold?
Yeah.
Harold, a figure will apparate near you.
Uh-oh.
You recognize it is the orc, the one-eyed orc from before. You briefly would have recognized him in sort of an advisory position to the chieftain here. He says, "You are the new chief. You will need guidance. I offer my services to you, warlord."
Is this the fucker that betrayed us? Oh no, he died.
He tried to help us, this guy, if I remember correctly.
No, I think the one who tried to help us died.
No, this guy is the one who proved the blade to be fake to Plumcrish.
He didn't really betray us. He just kind of called us out.
And he was
And we didn't know. Not his fault.
Like, he did his job. Like, it's not his fault.
That's fair.
I accept.
And he looks almost relieved. And he says, "There are many things you need to know about orcs to lead them. I will provide you with the information you need."
Good. We'll take that later. I have to see to the rest. See how many you keep people killed before I took your chieftain.
They do excel at their craft, Warlord Harold.
Let's just see if they were too successful.
And what, may I ask, would be the outcome if they were?
That is up to my friends, my other advisors.
And the one-eyed orc will nod. As you wish, Warlord Harold.
For now, rebuilding what has been broken.
This is highly unorthodox, Warlord Harold.
Well, they better get used to it.
I would like to go to the heart of the tree and tend to anybody there that may be injured or
Absolutely. As you go in, you'll see Fala. She says, Harrison, I think you have grown a little bit of hair.
I've been working on it for a little bit. Anyway, have you seen Natalie anywhere?
Natalie, no. I thought she was. I thought she was here, but I do not see her now.
Oh, I just feel like that sinking feeling in my stomach, like a heavy stone. That's okay. I'll the Nana, your husband, your giant friend.
Nana is fine. And Malvolio is, I hope, fine. He was fighting. He said he could not stand idle by.
And your giant friend as well?
I'm afraid he died protecting me.
God. I'll go about search the leftovers of Happy Tree and he's wavering. He's definitely nervous, but put on a strong face and march back out.
And Fala will say, Harrison,
Yes.
it's okay.
He just does one indignant sniff and lip tremble, and then he just kind of rubs his eyes and he's like, I know. And then he'll turn around and continue to march back.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I am also searching out wounded and trying to help out.
Okay. Let's see. I think you'll actually be the one to find Natalie.
I don't like the way that was worded.
What's left of her?
You will find her up in the clearing where Harrison and her had their date earlier. She is covered in blood, and she's holding the mangled corpse of Clive.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh, damn. And that's Aziz. Damn. Oh. Wow. I'm gonna see if there's any hope for Clive. I'm still checking him in.
You quickly discover that there is not. The percentage of blood outside his body is
Far too high.
You're good at this kind of math.
She looks up at you and just wordlessly says, or not wordlessly, but she just for a moment wordlessly, and then she says, he told me to hide, and I hid, and he distracted them.
He was a good man most of the time.
And you see his instrument has been broken into many shreds, many of them embedded in his own skin.
Oh, they beat him well. Oh. Okay. I am going to take him out of her arms and lay him down, cover him with his fancy cloak I know he has, and escort her away.
It's definitely been fancier.
Yes.
Where's a good prestidigitation cantrip when you need one?
Not my forte. But yeah, I will lead her away back towards the where the rest of the group was.
All right. What are the rest of you doing? Harold.
Tyrion
Oh yeah, it's Harold.
is-
You're being briefed. Tyrion. Yeah, go ahead.
Tyrion is uncharacteristically, he's just dropped to his knees on the battlefield. He's not moving around. He's not helping anybody. He's not sobbing, but it's just like tears are streaming.
And I'm
watching
definitely trying to find Harrison.
watching everything happening around him.
Yeah, I think I might, like, once I reemerge from the tree, I'll probably see poor Tyrion on his knees. And I'll approach him and place a hand on his shoulder. Tyrion, I'm scared.
She's dead. She didn't have to die. But if she didn't, you might have. Happy Tree might have. We had no choice. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Her last words were she trusted me.
She. Please, could you imagine letting her die as a housewife? She would have had your skin for that. This
Yes,
is
I
the
know.
best way she would have gone.
I just wish she could have died in battle. I think she would have preferred it to being scared and under the thrall of that vile, twisted servant's magic.
I don't think
However
she
you
was scared
finish
of
it.
him. You were there with her. And with Janric's light, you guided her to where she needed to go.
Yes, they will all be consecrated before we move on tonight. No matter how little sleep I get.
Can't find Natalie. I'm worried.
She's survived too much for them to take her away now.
And just as he says that, I think Aziz, you're looking for Harrison, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you'll see Harrison. And describe what you look like when you approach.
Well, we're both covered in blood. None of it ours, but so I'm kind of gently leading her by the arm. I don't know how traumatized she'd be, honestly. She's seen plenty of things like this, I'm sure.
It's a good point.
I think typically, I think she's very rattled. This is, I don't think she's typically been in the war zone. She's typically, on the diplomatic side.
So yeah, I'm just kind of gently leading her. One hand on her back, one by the hand, leading her forward. And as soon as I see Harrison, I will call out to him.
And I'll turn and
I'll call him over.
What happened? Are you okay? And I'm looking you guys up and down. I'm looking at what's in your hands. What's going on? Is he okay? Are you okay?
She is. Oh, good.
Oh, Natalie burst into tears and she throws herself upon you, Harrison. She says, "I didn't think I'd ever see you again."
Oh gosh. And I'll give her a big hug and nestle my head in her hair, and I'll look up sadly at Aziz, and I'll go, "Clive."
He defended her to his last.
Idiot! I didn't think he would actually. Damn it! Set him down.
No, I'm not carrying him. He's back at the clearing.
Oh, he's at. I thought you.
I can't carry Clive. What the hell?
To be fair, you might be.
But I didn't. No, he's back at the clearing, covered in his cloak. I'll go fetch him so we can make arrangements along with the others.
Yes. Yes, I should probably say my goodbyes.
Many goodbyes will be said tonight. For now, enjoy your hellos. And I will leave them.
Yes, embrace Natalie and her wonders.
And I will go off to see if I can find any more survivors or anybody else who needs help.
Yeah, crawling out from from under a pile of rubble, you will find Dugan. Yeah, he says. He says, "What a night! My head is pounding. Spare a drop, brother."
Fresh out.
You'll also find Malfolio. He's definitely he took some hits, but he actually took down a big orc by himself.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Impressive.
Oh, I should let him have the snail. Yeah.
I suppose I still have it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you should
glad you
definitely-
do. Follow's worried. Let's get you back.
That's some poetic justice. I love that, Maddie.
Yeah, get the magic justice. Here, the one that tortured
Give him the
you.
snail and the salt shaker.
Yeah, here, the one that tortured you. Put this on him.
Yeah, and so you can meet Malfolio and in the streets, I guess, with
Yes.
disease. Yeah,
Malfolio, you're alive and well.
I'm alive.
Well, that's a start. It'll be a lot more better. Well, look at this. And I'll hold out a jar almost as if he's supposed to know. There's a snail in it.
Thank you, Harrison. Your gifts never cease to amaze.
It's almost like word for word what happened when I give follow that fucking great scale. I'm like traumatized. No, it's not just a snail. It's Fenric. I polymorphed him.
Ah, Fenric. As a snail. I couldn't think of a more appropriate form.
Exactly, and you can do with him as you wish. Hand him the jar.
Harrison, you are living poetry, my friend.
Natalie seems to think otherwise, and I'll like playfully elbow her.
And she dies. No. No, sorry. No, she just laughs. I was trying to think of something clever, but I don't think she needs to be clever. She just laughs.
She just laughs. Oh, Duncan though? Where's Duncan? Has he made an appearance? Was he in the tree?
Duncan was in the tree.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, he was with Lucidia.
And Nana was there. Okay, we're good.
Although, when they come out, Duncan will ask about Hera.
Stop talking, Duncan.
He'll probably approach Tyrion.
Stop talking, Duncan. Somebody stop him. Harold, grab him.
I'm being talked to by an orc.
Hey, Duncan, how's it going, buddy? Don't approach him just yet. He's having a moment. Come join us.
He says, "Get off of me. Tyrion, tell me. Where's Hera?"
Gone.
God's damn us all. He says, "Is this the light of Janrik, Tyrion?"
Yes, it is. The light of Janrik is not that everyone live or that everyone die, but that everyone choose, and that everyone strive their best. And that when that best isn't good enough, you pick yourself up again and you keep going.
He says, "I shouldn't have ran."
If you didn't run, they would have died. Fenric would have succeeded in whatever vile ritual he was doing. We may have prevented some damage here, but we would have lost more lives, and who knows what his spell would have done. You did right. Never doubt that.
It's the second time she saved my life, and I've run like a coward.
No, you ran like a hero.
And now I'll never get the chance to repay her.
Deeds in this life are not always repaid to the people who do them for us. Repay them for those who come after. Look after someone as she did you, as we did you. That is the way.
Such is the way of the downtrodden.
And I think he's going to fall down on his knees with you, Tyrion, and I think he says, "Tyrion, your words are wise, but I think I just want to hurt for a while."
I'm with you.
And he's gonna embrace you.
I embrace him back.
And what else are we doing?
I guess like as we start to gather the dead, he'll probably go and look for Lucidia.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to do that.
Every time you try to like go do something by yourself, the one-eyed orc has got something to say to you, or another orc wants to like pay their homage to the new warlord, or like making a big show of like rebuilding and stuff. Like,
Look, boss,
and
I'm
it's like,
hammering.
yeah. He's like stacking barrels on top of each other that don't mean anything. Like,
He's like, no. You have to sign this form. We haven't talked about the Orc Scout cookies yet, and I mean it's their big fundraiser. It's coming up. I know the ritual is right around the corner, but yeah.
do you have a permit to build that fence? You know that has to go through the system.
and most importantly, they will want you to claim War Chief.
How do I do that?
Return to the Orc City and challenge the current War Chief. Take his mantle. That is why we follow our chief, our warlord. To bask in his glory, and to bring honor to our clan.
I'll do so. After your clan has proven to me that you are worthy of such a thing.
We are only worthy if you deem us so, warlord.
You will all prove it when I've taken back my home country. I'll kill anything that you point at after we're done with that.
And he nods.
Now, we'll pick this up in the morning. I have other things to attend to.
Yes, Warlord Harold.
Like, I turn around, like, looking serious, I'm like, fucking Christ. Oh. Got a headache.
Lucidia says, Warlord Harold has a nice ring to it. I don't suppose you're going to keep our oppressors in this town much longer, will you?
They will rebuild, and then I'll kick them the fuck out. And I'll use them to kill the rest of our adversaries.
And she says, well, don't be surprised if the townsfolk don't come out to the square until they're gone.
I will not be. People will want revenge. And this is the perfect opportunity. We have a literal army right now. The orcs. And I don't like the thought of going against the Lich, Tum Tum, and whoever might be there. So for now, using these orcs as cannon fodder seems like the best option.
I don't know if Tyrion's told you, but I have a certain distaste for war.
I've gotten that impression, yeah. I don't
However,
particularly like war either.
however, with these orcs, maybe you are the best person to lead them.
At least they won't kill us if I lead them.
She says, I'm under no fantasy that your life is not without bloodshed and battle and combat and foolish pride. But I have gotten to know you quite well, deeper than I ever expected to. I do wish to accompany you.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that. I don't want you to do anything that you do not wish to do.
But I will not give up my faith in Eldeth and her tenets. I will always offer peace in lieu of war and bloodshed.
I agree with that. But I think at this point, where we are at, we are forced to war. And I believe one should always be prepared for it.
And
Strive for peace, but be prepared for war.
She says, I'll be honest, my faith has been challenged. What are followers of Eldath supposed to do in times like these? So I'm still finding my path. And at that moment, Tyrion, did you say you were looking for Lucidia?
I was looking for Lucidia, but
You would have found her right now if you were looking. When she sees you, she says, Tyrion, what happened? You look changed.
I chose rage over faith. I think I should have stuck to relying on my faith.
She is going to invite you to the shrine.
Yeah, and I walk with her. Just tell her what happened. That maybe if I had used some of my magic to plot the course of action before just striding in, sought Janric's guidance, more people would have lived, different people would have lived. And that while I have the power to fix it, I know that it's not right to fix it, so I can't fix it.
I think when you tell her the story, and sort of the tragic irony of you killing Hera right before Harrison sort of rectified the thing, she's weeping with you. She says, as kind as our gods are, they can be cruel masters, serving up fate that seems to have no reason, but we have to find the reason in it, Tyrion.
Yes. I've seen it. And I will find meaning from this.
And
I know you do not
oh, sorry, go ahead.
condone war or death, but Plumcresh dies. Tum Tum dies. It's the only way to save the land. Aziz does the ritual. Tum Tum dies. The magic is spread out. Perhaps with Harold's newfound power, we can change the balance here. The orcs finish Vlad off. and maybe Gaspard will not be able to be quite as potent a force as he hoped.
And she says, Tyrion, have you considered that this was a warning?
Perhaps. Or a reminder.
Perhaps Janrik is cautioning you.
I don't know. I would have had the power to undo what I did had I not given Harold the sword. But Harold needed the sword. I think he was reminding me of choices.
She'll nod, and
There are not always good ones.
she'll contemplate that. And let's see. So we've had Harold, Tyrion, Harrison, Aziz. You want to finish this thing off?
I'm pretty much just focusing on gathering the dead. It's yeah, not much else I can do. I would like to wait and grieve properly, but I know we do not have the time for that. So I'm expediting this in any way I can. I don't know if Happy Tree with his roots can help me set up some graves, or if I can borrow some orcs, or
yeah, absolutely. And the tree will commune with you during this as well, and it will say, we soon make our march, Aziz, into the heart of death.
Indeed.
I can think of no one I would rather take that march with, Speaker.
Thank you. That means a lot.
And I think that's it. Yeah. And yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. Is there anything else anybody needs to address?
The final image being Malfolio torturing the tiny snail in a jar.
Setting up like lots of like experiments and like.
Yep, and every so often just like setting up all these experiments on this side, and then every so often you see him just grab the jar and go ding 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 ding, set it back down.
Just take a little vial of blood to test. What does snail elf blood do? What kind of magic can I get out of that?
And I have a question out of character. That resurrect spell you had, was that like a one-time thing, or?
No, I could absolutely do it again, but I mean, what's his face was dead, right? We killed him, and then right after we brought Harold back, and he says that which dead may never die. And when he was staring into the land of the dead, he knows about the cost of it, so he can't just in his mind he can't just bring back somebody who died because he wants them back. He knows that there has to be a purpose for their return. At least that's what he believes faith-wise, and so
yeah, that tracks. I know, like with Harold, it was you wanted him back, but also there was like a plan and shit. So
right. And as far as Tyrion was concerned, it was part of Harold's path that Harold had to die because of the prophecy. There was something he had to learn on the other side. There's been no such message or guidance for Hera, so even though it would comfort him to have her back, he can't bring her back.
All right.
I do want to say, yes, but for next session, that Harold will wait outside of the chambers that Lexifia and Tyrion are speaking in. He will be waiting for Tyrion to come out.
Okay, absolutely.
That's the final episode, that's the finale too, right?
Yep, we got one more.
Intense.
So with that, thank you all for playing. Plaster Dragon, this is the only place we can find you, right? You can find you somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm right now. This is the only place you can find me. We're working on recording some episodes of a new show. And yeah, I think Books is still doing the cask, but things have been pretty quiet for a bit with moves and schedules and all of that stuff. So we're looking at a revamp and maybe some new exciting stuff coming out soon. But always happy to have this be my second home.
Oh yeah, we're always happy to have you, man.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, I'm an action sturge as well now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, you and Eddie, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and thank you so much, guys, for playing. It's been a session. But well, I guess we'll sign off on that note. Thank you to Eddie and Terry and Forkprof and Brian, and we'll see you guys next time for the last session.
Mm-hmm.